started, a gang of these 3 brave dogs confidently entered cat territory and decided to attack a ginger kitten. But the angry mother cat immediately pounced on the dogs with all her fury, and they ran away in total panic. This girl climbed onto the cat with her feet and even decided to smack it on the head. The cat, without thinking twice, got up and fought back. And this is the most annoying dog I've ever seen. For some reason, he goes to the bathroom on the roof of the neighbor's house. It looks disgusting, and the whole roof already resembles a minefield. In footage captured by a surveillance camera in Connecticut, you can witness an incredible moment. A pet dog protecting a little boy chased away a rather large black bear. I spent a long time wondering what that was and how it was possible, but most likely the camera operates at such a frame rate that the sparrow's wings appear motionless. During a tour, tourists captured a true display of friendship. A polar bear was gently stroking a dog with its huge paw. But, as the guide explained, this bear used to live in a dog shelter, and after being released into the wild, he often came to visit his old friends. Well, this cow is definitely in shock. She got the coolest and most unusual taxi ordered just for her. Brownka definitely felt like a bird. The maiden flight of a brand new drone ended in tragedy in the state of Minnesota. People decided to film a turkey up close, but the turkey really didn't like this Chinese drone and decided to attack. Look at this cow. It seems she thought she was a mountain goat, but she lost her balance very quickly and fell down a very steep slope. Fortunately, she's fine because she landed not on asphalt but on sand. The cow walks away as if nothing happened. To improve his turtle's speed, the owner attached a toy skateboard to it. Now the turtle races around like Schumacher, and the cat is honestly shocked by this. This family spent a long time nursing an injured squirrel, and now it's time to release her back into the wild. The man carefully placed the squirrel on a tree, and it seemed like everything was going great, but the neighbor's cat didn't think so. It appeared out of nowhere and snatched the squirrel right before their eyes, in front of people. It's very sad, especially for the woman who was screaming the loudest. A rocking chair was installed for the panda at the zoo, but the way it fell off made the visitors burst out laughing. A married couple was relaxing carefree in their backyard when a huge grizzly bear came right up close to them. The woman noticed it first and started to leave, but the man didn't understand what was happening at all and only noticed the predator as he was entering the house. And here, a night surveillance camera captured a wild bear almost catching a pet dog, but at the last moment, for some reason, it got scared and stopped. The dog was really lucky. I think the cat shouldn't have attacked such a vicious rat. The fight didn't go as planned, and the prey became the predator. The rat attacked, and the cat simply didn't know what to do. When the rat got tired of these games, it just walked away. A night surveillance camera captured a bear that played a prank on and scared a wild boar at night. The bear could have easily bitten the boar's backside, but the boar reacted in time and ran away. And now take a look at how a meeting between bears and wild boars looked on the beautiful mountain slopes of Velbet. This time, the small bear was genuinely frightened by the huge wild boars and quickly ran away. The owner with a camera rushes to rescue his sheep, which is being dragged around the pen in the teeth of his crazy donkey. The donkey got scared by the shouting and let go of the poor thing, and fortunately, she was all right. A woman with her cat on an inflatable boat is approaching a sailboat. The cat seemed to be in quite a hurry. It looks really funny. The next moment was filmed in Brazil, and this is the easiest fishing I've ever seen. And this clever cat decided to help the dogs and got their favorite toy down from the tree. And this is how elephants act when they sense a threat. They immediately form a protective circle, hiding the smallest and weakest in the center. A man on the rocks discovered some kind of unusual hairy fur. Armed with a stick, he decided to check what it was. It turned out to be not fur at all, but a large nest made up of thousands of tiny spiders. Very high up, in the mountains somewhere on New Zealand's North Island, a sheep got stuck in a metal fence. It had to be rescued, and the man managed to free the animal fairly quickly, but what happened next is just hilarious. The sheep tumbled down the mountain head over heels. The rescuer even grabbed his head in disbelief. Fortunately, the sheep wasn't hurt. She quickly got back on her feet and ran away. A young gorilla decided to poke a big male in the rear with her finger, and after the first attempt, everything was fine. But she decided to continue her silly pranks, and this time the male lost his patience and taught the little troublemaker a lesson. A farm worker in Nebraska had to rescue a silly sheep that got stuck headfirst in a pit and was making very funny noises. The rescue was successful. People on the beach found an unusual shell. They simply couldn't open it, even though there was some kind of jelly-like creature inside. They decided to open the shell by any means necessary, and when they finally managed to do it, a frightened, funny, and quick little octopus jumped out, who honestly had no idea where to hide now. One early winter morning, a moose came to this man's house, and he decided to treat her to an apple. Now, every morning for this man starts exactly this way. The man decided to work on his laptop on the terrace of his house, but danger turned out to be closer than he thought. A snake crept up from behind and slithered under his table. It didn't have time to bite him, but the man was seriously frightened. People managed to capture flying stingrays on camera right next to their boat. A very rare and unusual sight. This herd of buffalo lives in one of Zimbabwe's nature reserves. But this herd is not like the others. They have a very unusual companion, an elephant named No. The elephant joined them as a calf and over time even started behaving completely like a buffalo. Simply incredible. And this crazy guy trusted his snowmobile with his life. He only started to leave when the bear came within a few meters of him. I laughed for a very long time. It looks pretty creepy. A grizzly bear suddenly appeared on a tourist trail in Glacier National Park in Montana. People started running in different directions, but the bear remained calm and quickly left the trail. A caring mother cat decided to bring all her newborn kittens under the blanket to her owner. To sleep, now they'll all be together. A huge rhinoceros decided to attack a truck and seriously overestimated its abilities. After the collision, he even got dizzy and fell down, but quickly got up and ran off the road. In South Carolina, a man's peaceful fishing trip in the park was interrupted by an alligator. To the surprise of the visitors, the crocodile really didn't like people catching fish from the lake. The reptile attacked and made everyone scatter in different directions. And here's the tactic of the brazen cuckoo. The chick from the laid egg always hatches earlier than the other chicks. The cheeky little one eagerly eats the food from the host bird, which feeds it as its own. Once it gains strength, the young cuckoo starts a rebellion and throws all the other chicks out of the nest to get more food from its foster parents. The saddest part is that when the cuckoo grows up and becomes 3 times bigger than its foster parents, they still keep feeding it. This little dog is very bored. No one wants to play with him. Not even the mannequin to whom he so diligently offers a stick. Next, a rooster teaching a silly hen how to incubate eggs. After that, to reinforce the lesson, he finished with 2 pecks to the head. This incident was filmed near a forest cabin in Sweden. A moose got tangled in a swing hanging from the branches of a tree. The moose tried to free itself, but all its efforts were in vain. To cut the swing ropes, a man brought a saw attached to a long pole, and after a few minutes, the moose was rescued. I don't know what this aggressive cow did, but if the police are actively chasing after her, it must be something really serious. A large herd of elephants joyfully ran to the watering hole. The animals cooled off in the swamp, and when it was time to leave, the smallest one couldn't get out of the water hole. The little one got stuck, and only his mother stayed behind to help him. For about 10 minutes, she protected him from hippos and tried to show him the way out, and in the end, the little one made it. Just look at how nervous this male lion gets when another lion approaches his female with obvious interest. A fight broke out between the lions, but who won and who got the lioness remains a mystery. Who got the lioness remains a mystery. And here's another funny rescue of a silly sheep. As soon as they pulled her out of the narrow, deep trench, she immediately jumped right back in. A pony with such long and twisted hooves. I've never seen anything like it before. It looks terrible, almost like some kind of skis, and with hooves like that, it must be really hard for the animal to move around. The hoof trimming operation was successful, and soon the pony was running at full speed. A woman was rocking her baby to sleep in a hammock, completely unaware that just a meter away, a huge python had entered the house. She didn't notice the snake right away, but when she did, she immediately managed to escape safely with her child. People in a car captured the shocking encounter on video. A woman with her dog walked right up to a huge bear. The woman was extremely frightened, but she was lucky that the bear behaved very calmly and didn't pay attention to anyone at all. This man decided to set his pet mouse free. His friends warned him that there were a lot of birds of prey flying around here, and that's exactly what happened. As soon as the mouse was released, it immediately ended up in the talons of a hawk. Here's another unlucky mouse liberator. This unfortunate rodent also managed to live in freedom for only a few seconds. The hawk was right there. And here's another similar moment. Tourists on safari filmed how a cobra darted onto the road hoping to catch and eat a poor lizard, but two little lions stood in its way. The cobra faced a tough choice: to give up its meal or possibly become a meal for the lions itself. The snake chose the first option and disappeared into the bushes, while the lizard can thank the lions for its rescue. A large sea turtle got stuck on the coastal rocks. It was lucky that people passing by decided to help and save the poor animal. It took the man about 20 seconds to pull out this large turtle. I've never seen a yak like this before. It has 3 horns and it looks very unusual. I think this goat feels very lonely, so she decided to join a cat family. She climbed in with the cats and lay down next to them. The kittens didn't seem to mind at all. Just look at this clever squirrel. When she was thirsty, she ran up to people and started asking for water, showing her desire with her paws. The squirrel drank water straight from the bottle and successfully quenched her thirst. The tourists' picnic didn't go according to plan at all. Lions came over and the people were forced to hide in their car. The cooler bag was destroyed almost immediately, but the lions decided not to touch the table with the wine. They realized there was nothing edible there and quickly left. A poor wild bear turned up at the party as an uninvited guest, and a fearless man decided to chase him away. The offended bear even swiped at the man with his paw, but he wasn't scared and kept pointing the bear toward the exit. The bear had no choice but to simply leave. This caring man stepped onto a busy highway to stop traffic for a koala that decided to cross at that spot. The road I think without such help, the animal could have easily died. And this is how a leopard gecko sheds its old skin. It's not the most pleasant sight, but it's worth a look. It looks unusual. People at the zoo thought this hippo had died because it floated to the surface of the water belly up. But in the end, it turned out the little hippo was alive and well. He was just sleeping in that unusual position. Two chicks couldn't share a big fish, and one of them even flipped over with such a huge catch. The mother didn't bother to flip her chick back over, but she did snatch the fish away very quickly. A drone captured a group of people watching as a hammerhead shark swam right next to them. The incident was filmed off the coast of Palm Beach, Florida. I think the people just got a bit of a scare. A family of black swans knows exactly how to cross the road, and they do it exclusively at the crosswalk. The moment was captured in Australia. With a little help from the locals, the swans quickly crossed the road without holding up traffic. I don't know what this bird is called, but I think it's one of the bravest birds in the world. To protect its nest with eggs, the bird isn't even afraid of a tractor passing right over it and keeps standing there, wings spread protectively. It definitely deserves your like. When these kids decided to swim in the river, a huge hippopotamus suddenly surfaced right next to them. Frightened, the kids immediately ran to the shore. They were very lucky that the hippo wasn't acting aggressively. People on the trail were watching a real monster. This alligator is truly enormous.